Well, the absolute debacle that was this year's BlizzCon continues to get more interesting. We go from a possible new leak of Diablo 4 to a denial of that leak to the stock going down to all sorts of interesting stuff going on. I want to start with the Activision Blizzard stock yesterday. You'll see that at 9:40 a.m. opening at $67, ending the day $64. That's about a 5% drop in one day. Now, we don't know. As you can see, it's opened up a little bit today, up 50 cents. But it's interesting. It'll be interesting to watch. Certainly, the investors did not feel like BlizzCon went that well. Regardless of that, industry experts say, in spite of the backlash on the Diablo Immortal mobile app, that it is set to make at least $300 million in its first year, which is pretty absurd. And then we saw yesterday Kotaku leaking that Diablo 4 video. There was actually a Diablo 4 teaser video that was scrapped from the presentation at the last minute. Now, this is an interesting timing for one of the known shill media outlets to have all sorts of insider information. But nonetheless, we saw a late night update to the article where they had to retract it. It's been an interesting story to watch. So firstly, the original report went on to say, when Blizzard's sole Diablo announcement at this year's BlizzCon turned out to be a game for phones, it set off a firestorm of angry reactions from fans who had hoped for a new Diablo on PC. But what about Diablo 4? First off, we want to mention that we specifically hear our community. We generally don't comment on rumors or speculation, but we can say that we didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon this year or have plans for any other announcements. We do continue to have different teams working on multiple unannounced Diablo projects, and we look forward to announcing when the time is right. Now, this is their reaction to the updated article by Mr. Jason Schreier. However, two people familiar with Blizzard's plans confirmed that the company had indeed recorded a video in which co-founder Alan Adham spoke to fans about a new Diablo project. What's in dispute here is the timing. We had originally reported that it was planned for BlizzCon, but it's possible that those plans were simply discussed but never solidified. Either way, the video never came out. We can confirm that Diablo 4 is indeed in development. One of those sources told me that Diablo team wasn't ready to commit to an announcement, as Diablo 4 has changed drastically over the past 4 years and may continue to change further. We've heard it's gone through at least 2 different iterations under different directors. We apologize for any misinformation and have updated this story accordingly. At last Friday's keynote, Blizzard revealed Diablo Immortal to a quiet, uncomfortable crowd, then ended the show. For most of the weekend, Diablo fans raged online as a result, expressing their anger on YouTube and various forums. There were a few reasons for the controversy, but the driving factor was the company's sole Diablo announcement was a game that appeared to be made for a very different audience than hardcore Diablo fans. On October 17th, 2 weeks before BlizzCon, Blizzard did put out a blog post essentially told fans Diablo 4 was in the works but would not be at the show. These are very exciting times. We currently have multiple teams working on different Diablo projects, and we can't wait to tell you all about them when the time is right, the company said. We know that many of you are hoping for, and we can only say that good things come to those who wait, but evil things often take longer. Diablo 3 launched back in May of 2012, and its first expansion, Reaper of Souls, followed in 2014. Since then, new updates have been scarce, with the occasional new content patch arriving sporadically and a Necromancer character pack hitting in 2017. Last Friday, Diablo 3 also came to the Nintendo Switch. And then we saw another shill media outlet, IGN, pooping on Kotaku. Update, Blizzard says it didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon. Kotaku's Jason Schreier, who broke the original story, has subsequently said that Diablo 4 tease featuring Blizzard co-founder Alan Adham does not exist. His original report that it was going to drop at this year's BlizzCon may have been off. What's interesting here is the timing. We talked about that. A representative of Blizzard responded to IGN's request for comment saying, contrary to today's earlier Kotaku report, that the company didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon this year or have plans for any other announcement. Blizzard's statement also confirmed what the company had said before in multiple unannounced Diablo projects are being worked on, saying, first off, we want to mention that we definitely hear our community. We generally don't comment on rumors or speculation, but we can say we didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon. Following Diablo's Immortal announcement from BlizzCon 2018, which led to immediate negative response by fans, Kotaku reports that Blizzard's original plan was to tease for Diablo 4 at the end of their announcement. However, the plans to tease Diablo 4 were reportedly pulled at the last minute. According to Kotaku, two people familiar with Blizzard's plans said after the announcement of Diablo Immortal, a video was going to pop up in which co-founder Alan Adham would tell the audience that Diablo 4 was in development. Those familiar with the situation say the Diablo team wasn't ready to commit to announcements since Diablo 4 has changed so much over the past few years. Interesting. So what we have here is allegedly somebody inside Blizzard's leaking Diablo 4 to probably quell fan outrage, and then fully planning to then deny that leak, regardless of the fact their mission will be complete. Here's how it probably really went down. Somebody inside Blizzard said, holy crap, these fans are mad, and they're not getting any less mad. It's Monday. Tuesday, people continue to be angry about that. So let's just leak a little bit out to Unknown Puppet, which Schreier is absolutely a media shill and in the pocket of these big games development companies. All they have to do is leak it. Schreier gets the clicks, and then later we can just deny that it was leaked. That way, mission accomplished. The fans calm down, and we get to save face. I don't know. I'm on the fence. It seems unlikely to me that they would have had it planned and then removed it simply because a few people booed or because of the last minute. Especially, you would think, given the fan reaction, that they probably would have scrambled to play that video to make the crowd go wild and end BlizzCon 2018 on a high note. That said, it's hard for me to confirm or deny because I don't have any inside sources yet at Blizzard, but I'm inclined to believe this video exists, but I'm not inclined to believe that they had planned to play it at BlizzCon, because if they did, they certainly would have followed up that disaster of Diablo Immortal with some good news. If nothing else, they would have leaked it online through one of their shill media outlets. Certainly, the situation continues to get more interesting for Blizzard and Diablo fans, and I'm definitely interested to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.